Kempire is brought to you by...
Happy 2025. It's a new year and it's a new era for the Kempire podcast. Make sure you subscribe today and make sure that you give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And shout out to those of you that have left glowing reviews and maybe not so glowing reviews. That's okay too. Thank you so much for the support and sharing our new podcast and everything that's to come. We don't just recap all the things that you've seen already on our YouTube channel. You also get special exclusive episodes and sometimes additional thoughts to the live recaps that we had on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe today and make sure you give us a 5-star review. Thank you in advance.
You're listening to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio Network.
What is going on, everyone? Happy MLK Day, Dr. Martin Luther King Day. I did go on social media as I was, trying to grab a snack, and I had to run out and do an errand, so apologies for my delay. And I was preparing for this live because I did want to watch I watched the full episode. I watched the episode twice, but then I watched certain parts right before the live just to kind of refresh my memory as to what went down. If you had to rate this week's episode of Married to Medicine, how would you rate it? Let me know in the live chat. But as you know, we started our last live, our Real Housewives of Potomac live, with reading Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. So, take that out of my mouth as I read this. I want to continue reading some of his amazing speech, a speech that I remember when I played Dr. King in my 4th grade play. It was the first time that I ever got fan mail. I must have that fan mail somewhere still. 4th grade. And if you were in my 4th grade class, you remember. If you went to my school, you remember. So I just want to continue in regards to honoring Dr. King's legacy. And this picture for me of Dr. King is literally the face that I've been making all day with the random things that I'm bombarded with on social media. Okay, wait. I'm sorry, Dr. King. Can I just have a moment because it's sort of related? I was on Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg, you suck. I say that because literally I'm scrolling through there and someone that I am not politically affiliated with randomly showed up on my Facebook. And I'm like, okay, I'm used to certain random things showing up because they're advertising. But then I hit the sort of like X button so I don't see that anymore. And then it says, okay, you can unfollow, do this. And I was like, I never followed this person. And then to see that it had me as following them since January of this year. Mark, what are you doing over there? If you don't get out that man's boot. Anyways, it's about Dr. King today. It's about Dr. King today. But I'm just letting you guys know you might have the same issue. So go double check if you have the same issue. I was like, I never follow this person. And I'm not talking about the guy that was inaugurated today. I'm talking about his second hand in command. I was like, I don't even know. What? Anyways, I say all that to say moving along. Yeah, Neek says, my algorithms today are something else. I was like, what is going on? Anyways, I'm moving on. Let's celebrate Dr. King. Dr. King's legacy. This facial expression for me is everything. I saw this picture. There's so many amazing pictures of Dr. King, but this picture, it was like, this is a mood. His face is a mood right here. And for those that are listening to the podcast version, just go to my YouTube channel so you can see the picture. Or I've posted it all over my socials because, honestly, this is my mood today, okay? My mood, all right? All right. So Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, we read the first part of it earlier today, and it's so interesting that he gave this speech how many decades ago, and it's so relevant, especially today. So he continued in his speech, I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. He says, I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day, right down in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough plains will be made plain. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out the mountain of despair as a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. Dr. King continues in his I Have a Dream speech. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And when this happens, and when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Rest in peace, and thank you to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for what he did in the past, but continues to do for us today and for the future. Happy Martin Luther King Day, guys. I hope that you are able to find some spark of hope in Dr. King's words today and for your own future. All right, so let's get into our Married to Medicine recap. Shout out to those of you that have already liked the video and shared the video and are subscribed. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you all being here. All right, let me take a sip and get into this. All right, if you had to rate this week's episode of Married to Medicine, how would you rate it? Here's the thing. This is not shaping up to be my favorite season of Married to Medicine. As you know, I've loved Married to Medicine. I think it's one of the shows that doesn't get the attention that it deserves. But the season is not seasoning for me so far. It's not. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. This entire episode was titled Baby Birkin. We really have antics of, and I guess for housewives, that would probably be a funny episode. But we have an entire episode about Toya pretending to possibly have a baby, but it's a Birkin. And it's so funny because you saw that video that went viral with the woman losing her mind over her getting her Birkin, and it was videotaped. Here's the thing. You can act the way that you want to act at the end of the day over your bags, jewelry, whatever it may be. You also don't have to post it on social media. I don't understand why that was posted to social media. But now everyone has their thoughts and opinions on it. But now you're sharing this on a reality show. And it's interesting because you may recall we did talk about Toya, not allegedly, I'm going to say, because I don't know for sure. I believe Dr. Heavenly in regards to this. I don't understand how I'm glad Dr. Jackie didn't go because I think I probably feel away. I just threw a whole charity event. We raised how much thousands of dollars. You came to the charity event and you didn't donate, yet you want me to come to your bag unveiling? How much is a Birkin? I know it's like at least $20,000 and up. I don't know how much that you for the bagnistas in the live chat. How much was that bag that she had? I know you guys know. I know that you know. Mama Ellie says, I get excited for pajamas and blankets. I'm a hermit. Cameron says, I enjoyed it. It was light and funny. It wasn't funny to me. I like light and funny. You know, if you're a fan of the channel, I like light and funny. I don't feel like that's what it's giving on Married to Medicine. It's giving fluff, if anything. It's giving fluff, not, Jessica says 30,000. Lord. Mia says 32K is what she paid. Oh, I'm getting, somewhere in the 30 range. A lot of you are saying 30. Selena, I didn't hear her say the price. I didn't hear Toya say the price. And I don't care about Toya buying a bag. It just doesn't land the same when you find out that Toya went to this charity event and didn't donate anything. Because according to Dr. Heavenly, again, it's according to Dr. Heavenly, but I don't think she would lie about that. You went to this charity event and you didn't donate anything? And you remember last year there was a whole issue with her. She said, I donated wine. I didn't need to donate anything else, like money. Girl, if you have enough money to buy a $32,000 bag, you could have donated, I think Dr. Heavenly said like $2,500 or more some of the folks had given. It also doesn't land well because everywhere you swipe on TikTok, they have the Workin everywhere. Everyone's selling the Workin bag. And not for $32,000. Does that devalue your Birkin if you have a Birkin? Do you sort of like think to yourself, well, the girl over there has one that looks just like mine, but mine is, I paid $32,000 and she paid $100 for her Workin. Here's the benefit of bags, though, and luxury goods sometimes. They gain value and things like that. You can sell them. It's not like it's something that depreciates like that. So, look. Danny says, did Dr. Eugene donate? That's a good question. I'm assuming when Heavenly says that they didn't donate, I'm assuming that she means as a couple. Because Dr. Eugene would have donated, and then that should be considered as a couple. Sage says, I'm good with my Workin. Who's got a Workin in here? Show yourself. I want to know. They're all over TikTok right now. At one particular point, you couldn't find them anymore. Now I feel like a lot of people are getting a Workin off of TikTok. Should I get a Workin and put it right here and pretend like I have a? No, I buy real, but I don't want a Birkin. Just saying. So Toya's at home with her son. Her son is hilarious. He said, "You've made it your whole personality, the bag." But we should not be surprised that Toya values things and like that's been her personality ever since we met her. It's just that this season in the last couple of seasons, we've sort of forgotten or chose to not focus on her constantly moving and things like that. Well, she hasn't moved, I'm assuming, in the last season, so her son says, Ashton says that she's made it her personality. Toya wants him to make the smash burgers. I love the fact that this young man is cooking. How old is Ashton? He's young. He's sitting there cooking, but he says, what's my hourly rate? I know that's right. But get your money. So she wants him to cook. And Eugene loves to cook. I think Eugene probably would prefer to be a cook as opposed to being a doctor. So she tells you, Dr. Eugene, that she wants to throw a baby shower for her I was about to say her Birkin. Okay. All right. I'm going to move on. So here's the scene that we've been talking about since the Med Gala happened. So Dr. Jackie, Quad, and Dr. Heavenly meet up at Dr. Jackie's home. Dr. Simone comes a little bit later on. And Quad is just happy to be here. Can't you tell that Quad is just happy this season? And it's not just because she's got a new man. I think everything is just going right in her life. She's good with the women. She's got her job. She's got the man. She's got a Rolls Royce. Here's the thing. They did mention something in the episode because I don't know if he is renting this Rolls Royce for her versus buying one. Because if he bought one and they're not engaged, he could have bought that money. He could have bought an engagement ring. Why didn't he do that? Are there rules to this? I guess there are no rules to it. You make your rules in your relationship. I just feel like, wouldn't you want a ring before you get a car? Anyways. So Quad is in a good mood. She's happy. She comes in. She's hugging and kissing everybody. They look through the paperwork. She's the honorary treasurer. And they look through the paperwork. And apparently they made over $54,000 for the charity. Heavenly says that some of that money was retracted from the auction because we found out later that Phaedra's friend that she had pulled up wanted his money back. He was calling all around town asking for his money, allegedly. Since Heavenly posted this all on social media and was blasting Phaedra posted her receipts, a $30-something thousand check that she wrote to Jackie's charity. Okay, I did post a link in the live chat on YouTube for those that want to donate to For Care for Moms, the organization that they were raising money for. We posted a link in the chat. Okay. Latasha says it's easier to rent a car versus a ring. That's what but did he buy the car or did he rent the car? I know he does he own like that whole rental thing? Nikki says, Kemp, we listen and we don't judge. I thought we were judging in 2025. Huh? I thought we were judging in 2025. I thought we listen and we judge in 2025. Not judging is so 2024. Perfect says, I think he sells luxury vehicles as his professional. I thought he handled rentals. Or am I wrong? Anyways. Okay. I mean, either way, I don't think Quad had to do anything. That's her man. Okay. Okay, Bernie says he has a luxury car dealership. It's most definitely a rental, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. My thought process is if he bought it, then that's a lot of money. He could have bought a ring, but maybe he could do both. Maybe the ring is coming. Okay. All right. We digress. Let's talk about this charity though. So they raised over $54,000 for the charity. Word on the street, the charity has received their money, but at the time of the filming, the charity had not received the money yet. The check wasn't good that they had shared at the organization. And then they flash back to Phaedra's like, I got it. Phaedra's reaction was so, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what the adjective would be when they flash back and then she's like, don't worry about it. I got it. It's not even cocky. It was sort of like, I don't know. It was giving, I don't got it. Even though I do believe that Phaedra has it. It's just her reaction. She was like, I got it. I was like, oh, okay. Why are we acting like this? All right. All right. So they're going through the numbers and things like that. Phaedra's man friend, wanted his $4,000 back because apparently they charged his card for the $4,000. So he was calling around town asking for his money back. Dr. Jackie is sinister because when Heavenly asked her, why did you even ask Phaedra to do this? It might be a production thing. It might be Dr. Jackie really thought that Phaedra would be able to bring in the connection. She's like, Phaedra's on all these different television shows and blah, blah, blah. She thought that Phaedra would be able to bring in all of this. I think even with connections, it's kind of hard to get people to donate to stuff. So even with all the connections and being a popular person, it's not always easy to unless people are inspired by the cause of the moment, then maybe. Because we saw that when Kamala was running, people were raising money up the wazoo. I think it takes a little bit to get people up off their money. So Mo says, where's Curtis? Why are we asking where's Curtis? Why are we asking about Curtis? All right. Okay, Philly John says, I think you can do both. I'm sure. Nelly says, where's Dr. Jackie's donation? According to Dr. Heavenly, all of the groups donated except Toya. I'm sure they'll talk about that at the reunion. Okay. So Jackie said she chose Phaedra because she represents herself as someone that's well connected. Okay. I just don't understand why you would have Phaedra over maybe one of your other doctor friends. Well, I guess you live and you learn. So Phaedra apparently owes Dr. Jackie over $51,000. But Phaedra says she's got it. Phaedra's check that she posted on social media was only for like $30-something thousand. So I don't know if she paid separately or she's paying it in installments. I don't know. Biana says that Toya never donates. I don't understand why, though. Can someone explain that to me? I don't understand. LRGA says Phaedra agreed to $46,000 and only wrote $36,000. She didn't even cover her return from the red suit attorney. Again, she posted that as her receipt, but I'm wondering if she sent money separately. I'm sure they'll probably talk about it at the reunion, but it's kind of tacky, though, that we're even talking about this and that it even went down the way that it went down. The whole event was tacky. Dr. Jackie says she's not doing it next year. So are we not doing the Med Gala next year? Okay. I mean, I don't want Dr. Simone to do it. Dr. Simone does the couples trips. Is it Dr. Heavenly going to do the Met Gala next year? Because you know how the Met Gala is here in New York City, the first Monday in May. It's such a big, extravaganza. So if you're going to have something called the Med Gala, I feel like you need to be on that level. You didn't even serve dinner. Felicia, thank you so much for the super chat. Felicia says, I just hope their taxes are paid. #Birkin, #IRS. I mean, you have valid points. Very valid points. Especially when you're sharing so much of your life on reality television. Hopefully. All right. Then when Dr. Simone comes, they want to act. Here's the thing. Not me defending Phaedra. However, I'm seeing that mean girl behavior from these group of women on Married to Medicine because they're making fun of Phaedra, and I get it. Phaedra took a blow to their egos by, referring to them as the B word and acting as if they're not in the same tax bracket as she is. We don't know. But they pretend to be Phaedra. Mind you, Simone, you could have did better than that. Simone was just like, I'll pretend to be Phaedra. I'm like, Phaedra, I'm in California receiving an award and da-da-da-da. And I was like, y'all could do better than that. He's like, hello? Oh, yeah, I will take care of that very soon when I'm in California right now. Oh, getting an award. Can you believe it? Yes, they are honoring me once again. And then after that, I have to go to Dancing with the Stars. Yes, I'm going to Dancing with the Stars. How much do I owe? I will take care of that as soon as I can because I got it. I definitely have it. No worries. I got it. Yes. Ooh. Oh. Look. Come on. Because I just feel like the Married to Medicine women, just because we've heard multiple times that these women gathered together to push people off the show, it's very clear this season that they're done with Phaedra. They're like, okay, girl, we're going to drag you. We're going to drag you this season. And it might be because Phaedra is just sort of like breezing by on the show, getting paid probably the most and not giving anything. So them making fun of her, them at this particular point, because, she hasn't turned in the money yet. But I was really expecting something when they would try to reenact calling Phaedra. And I was like, come on, let's really give it. Phaedra is such a character. It's not just sort of like, I'm in California. No, come on, you have to improvise, all right? Should I get into acting? Look, oh. I actually felt for Phaedra, not felt for Phaedra, but I was sort of like, am I on Phaedra's side right now? These women just feel like you haven't even given her a chance to give you the money yet. Right now you're assessing, yes, she should have shown up and did what she could have done. Heavenly, you can't drag anybody. What is that wig that she has on in the confessional? Is it with the braids? I was just like, that looks like she took that wig out and just plopped it on her head. Just asking. Let me focus. I don't know. I just felt for Phaedra in that particular moment. Look, I understand it's Phaedra. However, I just feel like with these women, it feels like they're already plotting and planning on pushing her out or dragging her for whatever reason. But Phaedra should have done more in regards to the charity. If you're going to sign on to do something, do it. But I do agree with Heavenly that you're doing all of these different things. Says to me, you know what they say about multitasking is that you're not really giving your 100% to anything. Colette says, and the Oscar goes to Kempire, and the crowd goes wild. Thank you. Ooh. Anyways, so Phaedra owes them over $51,000. Phaedra went on social media and says she wrote a check for like $30-something thousand. Okay. Moving on. So this dinner scene with Dr. Simone, Dr. Contessa, Dr. Mimi. How are we feeling about Dr. Mimi? It's too soon to feel anything about Dr. Mimi. She seems sweet. She doesn't seem like a mess like some of these other people on the show. She seems sweet. She's also a psychiatrist. We haven't really seen much of her until now, since last episode, but we're starting to see more of her. Okay, we also got to meet her husband. Sweetie's there with her husband, Dr. Gregory. All right. So Sweetie says that Mimi is a millennial, and that's what this group needs. I mean, look, we do need some more millennials on the show, okay? How are we feeling about Sweetie? I will give Sweetie this, though. At least her confessional looks. You know how some people, their first season's not the greatest? I feel like her confessional looks, especially with people that are established on this show, her confessional looks always are pretty on point. I'm like, okay, Sweetie, I got to find something nice to say. Come on. So everyone in the group, what did I say here? Oh, apparently everyone in the group went to Mimi at the Med Gala and they're like, oh, girl, you're a psychiatrist. We need you in this group. Everyone in this group needs a psychiatrist. And Dr. Gregory was like, they don't listen to me. Honestly, quiet as it's kept. I'm not even talking about Dr. Gregory's reviews. Based off of this, first of all, I would never go to a doctor that's on reality television. Me personally, I would not go to a doctor that I've seen on reality television. And maybe Dr. Francis, from Love and Marriage Huntsville. However, I would not go to Dr. Gregory just based off what I've seen on the reality show. And the fact that he's going to get into a physical altercation is even more indication for me. I ain't going to you. We haven't seen the fight yet, so we shall see. So they're talking, and Dr. Gregory said they don't listen to me, as they should. Shouldn't. Sweet Tea, apparently the day before, taught a class on age gap dating. And she's talking about hosting a speed dating event. I'm going to host me a speed dating event. Stay tuned. If Sweet Tea can host one, shout out to Tana from the duo. You remember when we recapped Love Match Atlanta? She was a part of the duo. And I saw her at BravoCon 2 years in a row. I saw her at BravoCon. Wonderful woman. She apparently assisted with this event, speed dating event. Because I was like, why is Sweet Tea hosting it? But Sweet Tea has to host something. She's on this cast. But she didn't pick the guys. I don't believe she picked the guys. Stay tuned. I'm trying to find out some information. Because I want to know. Wait, hold on. Did anyone tell me? Hold on. Wait. Oh, hold on. I got tea. Hold on, y'all. This is live. Oh, no. She didn't pick them. I just found out. She didn't pick them. Look. I'm not gonna read, because I didn't get permission yet to read this tea. Okay, so no, I guess I can say this much. So Tana didn't pick the guys. Okay, apparently they were Sweet Tea's friends from her Facebook group. What? But Jillian says Greg said that he picked them. I didn't believe that though. But when I saw Tana there, I was like, oh, so maybe Tana was a part of helping put this together. But she says that she wasn't. She says that she wasn't, but she was co-hosting the event. But live on the air. So she hosted this event, an age gap dating event, the day before. And she was mentioning that she was going to host this sort of speed dating event. So apparently these guys that were there were from her Facebook group. I mean, she says that she's a walking billboard. Do you guys agree? Sweetie says she's a walking billboard for success. She got her man. She put in the DM a baby emoji and let him know. Okay. Look, I can't believe that people went to her age. Here's the thing. People will see you on reality television and think that you're an expert at something. Okay. All right. So apparently she got them from her Facebook group. All right. So she's planning a speed dating event. Okay. We get to learn a little bit more about Dr. Mimi and her husband, who was a former NFL player. Are you guys familiar with him? I've never, I don't watch football. So for those that do, was he good? Did he do well? And they've been together for 10 years. And when she met him, he had just retired from football. And she didn't love the fact that he was a football player because, the reputation. But they've been together for 10 years and they have a couple of kids together. Okay. All right. So Dr. Simone. So, Dr. Simone loves to say that she is, because she's been in her marriage for 28 years, which is fine. But I just feel like, weren't they supposed to be working on a couples book, Dr. Simone and Cecil? But they ended up stopped doing the couples book because they could not go over what caused their relationship to have trouble, his former best friend. Excuse me, but I'm not going to take advice from y'all. They love to come across like they are the perfect couple. They are the experts. And I get it. They've been together for almost 30 years. Just longevity is not, for me personally, a sign of, oh, this is amazing. This is an amazing relationship. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have an amazing relationship, but that's not enough for me. Especially when I find out that you were supposed to be writing this book, but you guys couldn't finish the book because there was one particular part of your relationship that you did not want to address. The most important part, the part that was going to cause you two to get a divorce. So they're hosting a trip to Key West, okay? And Heavenly's going to be co-hosting the trip. And Sweetie's just like, what? Because she is, a relationship expert too, okay? But Dr. Simone thinks that by Heavenly co-hosting the trip, she's going to be on her best behavior. Didn't Heavenly host a trip a few seasons ago and she was not on her best behavior? Okay. So they talk a little bit about this Key West trip, and Simone thinks that Sweet Tea needs to move on. And I said this before when they were at the place at the ranch and things like that. I don't understand. I don't understand why Dr. Simone, who has had some of the most issues with Heavenly, is all of a sudden like Team Heavenly and sort of like, oh, you just need to move on. I will say by the end of this episode, when it seems as if Heavenly and Sweet Tea have had the conversation, Heavenly apologized to Dr. Gregory, and Sweet Tea's still saying, well, we need to have a conversation. I'm like, oh, I thought she apologized. I thought you were good. Okay. But I also don't understand why Simone, who was just yelling at the top of her lungs last season at Dr. Heavenly, all of a sudden is telling Sweet Tea that she needs to move on. Why does she need to move on? For the sake of the group? I don't get that. Literally, Heavenly and Contessa, although that's a complicated situation that we've discussed, she has similar problems there. Jessica says Sweet Tea is acting like Robin. I don't think so. It hasn't been that amount of time. You know what I mean? If it was a long period of time, I do feel like by the end of the episode where it seems as if Heavenly is trying to move forward and trying to get along with her, but she's like, but we need to have a conversation. I thought you had a conversation the other night, 2 nights ago, when you guys were partying it up. And Heavenly spoke to Dr. Gregory and she apologized. I thought we were good. So maybe that's why Dr. Simone is saying that you need to move on. But then that happened before, though. Dr. Simone said that before the speed dating event. Deborah says it's alliance behavior to me. There definitely is an alliance on Married to Medicine. There definitely is one. Miss Padifa says that Sweet Tea is the regular Robin of Married to Medicine. Well, it's shaping up to be that way. Okay. Let's move on. Dr. Contessa, what is she? She's giving a different fashion energy. And I'm not sure I'm getting it. I don't know what it is. Okay. Winter says the group is hanging on by a thread. They sure are. So let's talk about Sweet Tea's dating event, since we've already been talking about it a lot. Phaedra decides to be a part of it. Phaedra says she likes a young man, but she likes old money. I think Phaedra is very much like Giselle. We will never see whoever she's dating. She says she doesn't want to get married again either. I don't think Phaedra will ever give us anything real. I don't understand it. I don't know what it was that made it her switch where she doesn't want it. I mean, when we first met her, she wasn't trying to give us anything real too, but it's become worse. And I just feel like, why do you want to be on reality television then? If you have all these jobs, why do you need reality television? For your ego? It doesn't make sense to me. Stephanie says that Faye loves them Africans. That guy was African too, right? That she was matched with? All right. So Sweet Tea, at the beginning of this, says that she's a walking billboard of success. Because she got the man. She shows her wedding ring. What do you guys think of the dating event? How it played out? It was okay. I've been to a speed dating event, a gay one though. But I said I probably should host a speed dating event for our community. Right? Wouldn't that be fun? I'll be all up in your business. Like, how's it going over here? Time's up. Move on. Oh, all right. So she invites a bunch of the women to the speed dating event to help to move things along, to be a part of it. And Dr. Simone brings Heavenly and did not tell Sweet Tea. And Simone brings her because she's also a relationship expert. Also, I need you guys to move on before the Key West trip. Okay. So Sweet Tea and Heavenly sit down for a conversation, but it gets hot very quickly. And Heavenly seems like she just wants to move on. But there is a problem with that, though, because Heavenly seems like she just wants to surface move on and not really get to the root of, this is how you made me feel. And I need you to apologize for that. This is before, apparently, she apologized. They must have went out after the speed dating event. Okay? Toya reveals that after she was sexual with Dr. Eugene, that he left a note on her pillow asking, do you like me and do you want to be my girlfriend? Dr. Eugene, I think he was socially awkward back then. That's why a lot of people say he has a relationship he has with Toya. She was like the hot thing that he was able to, nab, but he was like the nerdy kid. And that behavior of leaving a note on the pillow, I was like, that sounds about right. I mean, look, they're still together how many years later? Okay. Anyways, so as I mentioned before, Phaedra talks about how she's not looking to get married again, and she would actually prefer a younger man in this next era of her life. Okay? So Simone leads the conversation with Heavenly and Sweet Tea. It gets hot very quickly. Sweet Tea's not trying to hear Heavenly. They even bring the psychiatrist over, Dr. Mimi, in order to try to help them with this conversation. The conversation between Sweet Tea and Heavenly, I think Dr. Heavenly does not like Sweet Tea. And I don't know what sparked that. To me, it doesn't seem like she's even trying. I think she's willing, for the sake of the show, to move forward. And that's how that conversation felt. It felt forced. It felt like, you know what I mean? Like she didn't want, she was just like, let's just move on. And it seems as if Sweet Tea doesn't feel complete. Like she doesn't feel like we've actually had an actual conversation. I don't feel content where things are. So they try to have that conversation. It doesn't seem to go in the right direction. We do get to see part of the speed dating extravaganza and what's going on with the speed dating. Did you like any of the guys? I felt like there were some good guys there, and I felt like there were some interesting guys. There were different personalities. But look, this is why it's hard, especially in Atlanta. We have to remember, this is happening in Atlanta. Okay. All right. So I don't know. I thought it was an okay speed dating event. I really didn't pay too much attention to the speed dating. I mean, I watched it, but I was sort of like, okay. I'm just paying more attention to all the side conversations. Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa are still sort of, they're being cordial, but at one particular point, she's like, I'm well and my mama's well. Dr. Contessa said to Heavenly when she said hello to her at the speed dating event. I mean, we can unpack the whole Heavenly and Contessa stuff, but I'm just sort of like, I don't feel like Contessa is right, because you keep saying that it was Heavenly talking about your husband, but it was you. We all felt the same way that Heavenly did about your husband. Heavenly's your friend, and Heavenly didn't need to go on her YouTube channel and say anything, but we all would have said it. People are still saying it now. All right. Someone said in the live chat, did you see the way that Contessa was looking at the men? Don't start no trouble. Felicia, thank you so much for the super chat. Felicia says, thank you. It was all very tacky and lowbrow. The Med Gala. Love my kids. Thank you so much for the super chat. Love my kids says, love to the chat. Always so kind. Thank you. Love my kids. Love my kids also said, after 10 apologies, she needs to find something too. Did Heavenly give her like a genuine apology? Oh, damn. Felicia says, I prefer lemonade. Damn. Star, thank you so much for the super chat. Star says, was watching the older episode, What's Happened to Fitney? Oh, yeah. Whatever happened to it? This episode wasn't that bad. It was just okay. It wasn't a bad episode. If I had to rate this episode, I'd probably give it a 6. No, not a 7. A 6. And I think I'm being generous with that. Star, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Rita. Rita, thank you so much for the super chat. Rita says, you crack me up, Kemp. See you next month. Yes, don't forget the Kempire After Dark live experience returns to Washington, D.C. this Friday. This Friday at Union Stage. Go get your tickets. There are some tickets left. And then next month here in New York City, we have our Kempire After Dark live show at the Green Room 42. Go get your tickets today. There also are some tickets for the live stream of the New York City show. More information is available in the description. Okay. Bab says that this episode was a filler, especially when you named the episode after the whole Birkin story. But okay. Mr. Mellon Magic, thank you so much for the super chat. Mr. Mellon says, I am tired of Adele Givens. She and Geico can leave. Wow. Okay, fine. All right. What else happened? Look, I don't even have that much notes for this episode because it's like the same fights over and over again. I really thought this episode was going to be about Phaedra and Dr. Jackie and the issues that they had with this charity, but I guess that's to come. We shall see. So Toya, as you know, is hosting a Birkin baby shower, but no one knows. They're all like, is Toya pregnant? Dr. Contessa says it would be a miracle if Toya is pregnant. Toya is like 40 years old. You are a doctor. You also understand that people are having babies, especially nowadays, at later points in their lives. 40s, sometimes 50s. If she was 50, then I could understand. But Dr. Contessa said it would be a miracle. I was like, it would not be a miracle. There are plenty of women having babies in their 40s. So, I mean, it's not, they say it becomes more dangerous and harder as you get older, but it wouldn't be a miracle. But then I guess maybe she means a miracle because Toya was drinking not too long ago on the show. So maybe that's what she meant. Who knows? So Heavenly asked Quad, what did she do to get the car? She's like, Quad was like, I'm loved. That's how I got the car. I just find it to be such a weird question. Don't you? I just feel like it would be different if she just started dating this guy. We found out that she's been dating this guy for the last year. They are in a relationship. You know what I mean? So, oh wait, Toya's 48? Well, damn, maybe it is a miracle. Just saying. Kidding. Why do I think Toya? Well, Toya looks good for 48. Okay. All right. I knew she was in her 40s, but I didn't know it was her late 40s. Hey, Taria. Thank you, Taria, for the super chat. Taria says, hold on. Taria says, hey, Kempire and fam. Happy Monday. Love your recap. Still haven't brought myself to watch because Dr. Heavenly and her voice irks. And get your DC tickets. Yes. Taria will be our MC for the night, so make sure you guys get your tickets for our DC show on Friday, this Friday. Not next Friday, not following Friday, this Friday in Washington, D.C. So get your tickets for that. Thank you, Taria, for the super chat, and make sure you guys subscribe to her YouTube channel as well. All right. Right? AD says, Toya looks real good. I really thought she was like 40. Anyways. Either way, Janet Jackson had a whole baby at 50. So it's not necessarily a miracle. There are plenty of women having babies later in life. Okay? Angel says, if Toya's 48, how's she going to say that she was too young for Freaknik? Oh, she did say that. Are we sure that Toya is 48? Look. Okay, Stephanie, I will agree with that. Stephanie says Aries never look their age. We age backwards. I was just hanging out with my friend who's an Aries, and she definitely is aging backwards. Must be nice, Aries. Oh, damn, Marigold said, damn, y'all going in. Okay. Marigold said she's immature, so that and her looks thought she was younger. Oh, my goodness. You guys are a mess. Okay. All right, let me drop the call-in link before I get into this Birkin baby shower. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We'll drop the call-in link for the live chat once we get to 500 likes. We have over 1,200 people here watching. Shout out to those of you watching on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, TikTok's back up. TikTok went back up yesterday, but the live streaming option wasn't working. TikTok, I can't. Mama Allie, thank you so much for being a member for 35 months. And thank you for reminding the folks you can still donate for Care for Moms. The link is in the live chat. Okay? And if you're part of the replay crew, we'll post it in the description as well. All right. So let me, I said I was going to do something and I didn't do it. Let me just drop this call-in link on the community tab first before I do anything else. Excuse me. All right. Guys, don't forget, you can also hear my interview with Chanel Ayan formerly from Real Housewives of Dubai, and now part of the new season 3 of The Traitors. So you can hear that exclusively on the Kempire podcast, okay? The video version will be coming out tomorrow. All right. So if you're a member of the channel, we've posted the call-in link on the community tab. Natalie says, yes, we Aries do age backwards. I can tell from your photo, Miss Natalie. I didn't know that. It must be a thing. Okay. Wait, Winter says, thanks. A lot of people say I look younger as well. How old are you, Winter? What is going on? Okay, Lexi says Quad is 44 and Toya is a few years older. I don't know why I thought Toya was younger. But either way, it still doesn't change the fact that it wouldn't be a miracle. There are women getting pregnant. It's not recommended. Anyways, SD Max says the height of Freaknik was 1985 to 1994. Toya would have been too young. I mean, I agree. Yay, Amanda said, just got my ticket to the DC show. That's amazing. I will see you soon, Amanda. Here we go. Stephanie says, yep, Aries rise up. Yeah. Logan says, my older sister is an Aries. They think that she is my younger sister. And you look like a baby too, Logan, from your picture. Anyways, happy MLK Day, guys. Let's talk about this Birkin shower. So Contessa, we went through that. Anyways, so she's having this party and everyone's speculating on, is she having a baby? What's happening, just because of the way she's been talking about this party. Okay. So Heavenly and Sweet Tea apparently hung out after the speed dating event. And Heavenly says, I spoke to Dr. Gregory. I apologize. We're all good. But literally, as Sweet Tea is coming in and hugging Heavenly, she's like, oh, but we still need to talk. Did you guys see the confessional when she says, I still got my eye on. Look, she went like this. I still got my eye. I was like, which one? Like, which one? Sweet Tea? Because the way, I think maybe because of the eyelashes, I was like, both eyes were closed when she was like, I got my good eye on. I was like, girl, which one? Anyways, I didn't understand. If you guys hung out the night before, I can understand you saying we're not the best of friends, but we did have a conversation. But you still need to have a conversation. You still need to have a one-on-one. I don't understand it, but okay. And I'm sure everything that they've been saying on social media hasn't helped their relationship to prosper or get to a better place. Okay? Okay, the Aries. Look, I didn't know I had this many Aries following the channel. V, thank you so much for the super chat. V says, hey, Kempire, my birthday was January 15th, celebrating all month. Sweet Tea needs to move on. The beef is getting tired. V, happy belated birthday. And I mean, I can agree at this point. Like, you had a conversation. It seems like it was fine, unless something else happened that we don't know about. But I still don't agree with Dr. Simone, because Dr. Simone for weeks now has been telling Sweet Tea to move on. And I was like, and basically telling her, Heavenly is going to be Heavenly. You need to let it go. And Dr. Contessa's like, you guys cater to Heavenly and her behavior. Dr. Ms. Honey says, are you really a doctor, Dr. Ms. Honey? 47 Aries here, fine wine. I mean, yes, based off these pictures. Okay, Aries. I didn't know you guys had the fountain of youth. Damn. Who knew? We learn something new all the time. Okay. Which sign looks haggardly as they get older? And why is it Cancer? No, I'm playing Cancer. I'm playing. At least I didn't say Virgo. I don't feel like Virgo ages like that though. Who ages like soured milk in astrological signs? Tress says, Team Taurus, we look young too. I mean, that goes without saying. Okay? That goes without saying. Okay. Lady Shep, thank you so much for the super chat. Lady Shep says, Kemp, Virgos age backwards too. I will be 50. Okay, Lady Shep. Hold on, wait. Let me show you everyone Lady Shep's picture for those that are watching on YouTube and Facebook. 50. I'll be 50 this year. Happy early birthday. It's real early because Virgo season's not till August. Okay. All right. What was I saying? So they had the baby shower. We learned that Sweet Tea and Heavenly had a conversation. They were hanging out the night before. Fine. What else did they talk about? Heavenly says that her and Contessa, like, she's fine with Sweet Tea, but Heavenly and Contessa that's another thing. And she like she had this weird look on her face. Like it was almost a smile, but it was sinister as she was looking at Contessa. I was like, ooh, like Dr. Heavenly's scary. Okay. Okay. Oh, in regards to Sweet Tea and what she needs, she says that she says that the apology needs to be deeper. This is why people are saying, Sweet Tea, that you need to move on, because if she apologized to you already, and I get it, Heavenly apologizes to a lot of people, and then she does the thing over again. But I don't know, how deep can the apology be? Because you want her to kiss your feet? Like, I need to understand. And no, I'm not going to watch her recap in order to understand. Someone clip it for me. Clip it for me and send it to me. I'm not sitting there listening to that all day. Okay. So Toya unveils her baby. She has a whole situation. Contessa unveils the display case, and we're all like, what? And then she comes out with the Hermes blanket, and she reveals the Hermes bag. Okay. And then the episode ends. This episode deserves a 4. I'm sorry. It was just okay. Like, Married to Medicine's not married to medicine the way that it normally does. Okay? Okay, everybody with their beautifulness. Okay, Kirsten. She says, Kirsten Collier. That sounds straight out of Louisiana. I'm 45 and a Taurus. Beautiful. Did we figure out what astrological sign is aging like milk? Anthony says, don't do us cancers like that, Kempire. I'm playing. I don't really think it's cancers, though. I'm trying to think, what sign ages like milk? Okay. Demille says, not Aquarius. Kenya Moore is proof of that. You're right. What sign ages like milk? What sign has Jasmine got? Never mind. Moving on, shut up. All right, we have people backstage. Let's get to the callers. Don't forget, the callers' opinions do not represent the opinions of myself, the Kempire LLC, or our sponsors. Okay? Someone says Gemini. Okay. Damn, Anthony says Libras. Oh. You might be right. Yeah, the Libra's going to get y'all. Someone said, what's Brittany's sign of Salt Lake City? 7 said Leos. Really? I don't think it's Leos. They're too vain. They'll do whatever it takes to stay young. Okay. See, Nelly says, I did hate the Birkin episode. It was stupid. The season overall is not that great. Damn. Okay. Okay, we're going to move on. Y'all are terrible. Okay, live chat. Once we get to 500 likes, I'll drop the call and link for you guys, okay? Let me just take this off. And Sassy, thank you so much. Sassy, thank you for the super chat. Sassy says, yes, Virgos age very well. I'll be 45 this year. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, I didn't think Virgos were one of them. But some of y'all saying Pisces, so Pisces, Libra. I'm gonna have to ask. Femtaro, what signs don't age well? We'll continue this conversation in the chat. Okay, we have a long line of people that want to share their opinions on the latest episode of Married to Medicine. If you're just joining us, happy Dr. Martin Luther King Day here in the U.S. We're celebrating, and we're celebrating it all day long, probably all week long here on the channel. And don't forget, you can hear my interview with Chanel Ayan formerly of The Real Housewives of Dubai, and on the new season of The Traitors. We talk about The Traitors. There's a lot of stuff that came out, so be sure to check that out exclusively right now on the Kempire podcast. All right, Wendy's backstage. We're going to bring Wendy up first. Wendy, what did you want to share about
Hi, Kempire.
Hey.
How are you doing? Happy MLK Day.
You too. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, look, for the people in the audience, I am a Capricorn. I am 49 years old, and I do not look it. I know that. Good genes, good food, good skincare. That's all I can say. And I don't smoke. I don't drink. Okay, but anyway, and then somebody said Pisces. My mom is a Pisces. She will be 82, and she looks every bit of 69. So, okay. But yeah, the vapidness of Toya with this Birkin bag And if she paid $32,000 for that little ass bag, I'm like, really? You wanna show it that little bag for that? I'm like, oh my gosh, woman, you got a sorry life. You must really hate your life to want to have a baby shower for a bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, I felt sorry.
She has something else.
Yeah, I'm like, girl, that. And then if she paid $32,000, you should have kept that for your kids' college fund. Come on, do something really meaningful. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Wendy. Take
Bye,
care.
Kempire.
Bye. I mean, for argument's sake, very much like when I was talking about the Rolls Royce, maybe they have the kids' college fund already set up and funded. I'm not saying that you can't buy a Birkin bag, but to make a whole episode, because what else is Toya talking about this season? I will say this, though, Toya has been the voice of reason for a lot of the BS when it comes to the, alliances of the group. I didn't need this episode, though, with the Birkin bag. All right, Shannon's backstage. We're going to bring Shannon up next. Shannon, what did you want to share about Married to Medicine?
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Happy MLK Day, everyone.
You too.
I do agree with you, Kempire. I thought the episode was a 4. It was very flat to me. I'm very disappointed. I was a big Contessa fan when she was on the show originally, and I've actually been really, really disappointed in her being back. I don't really think that she's adding anything. I feel like that she is trying to resolve old grievances, and it's just getting really old and stale, just like her fashion. So I really am okay if they don't bring her back. And in terms of Sweet Tea, I see both sides, but I really would like to see her move on. And if she can't move on, then I think that then she needs to move on from the show. I don't feel like that she's equipped to deal with everything, including Greg. And so if they can't deal with it, then just move on because, again, you're not adding much to it. And then in terms of Toya, she's like hit or miss. There's some times where I think that she brings a level of common sense and reason, and then she does stupid stuff like the Birkin bag. I will tell you though, I found her son hilarious in trolling her about the Birkin bag.
He said it made it.
Mom.
She made the bag her whole personality. But mind you,
and it was just like that was the funniest part by her son. Just like you are being ridiculous, but
he gets it from her though.
Yes,
he gets it from her. And Sean says here, "Did you see Toya's son said the bag is ugly?"
Yes. Gotta love kids. They always have a way of humbling us. So.
Always.
Everyone have a great day.
You too, Shannon.
Hey.
He was honest because we don't really get to see Ashton that often, but in this episode we got to see a lot of him and his commentary. But he gets that from his mom, his opinion like that, and I love the fact that they encourage that. For those. Oh wait, sidebar. Shout out to Marcus Garvey and his family. Marcus Garvey, civil rights leader. He was pardoned hours before Joe Biden decided to, give up office. Well, not give up office, the process. So I was like, oh, my Marcus Garvey. Congratulations, Marcus Garvey. All right, let's bring up Kai next. Hold on. Kai, what did you want to share about Married to Medicine?
Hello, Kempire. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
You too.
Okay, now I will say this episode, it was, just a filler. I literally was working out as I was watching it. First off, Brittany from Salt Lake City is a Gemini, so that further just what I said in the chat. That's true. Those Geminis, they're sinister, and that's why they look like they look. But I will say, Sweet Tea, Arnold Palmer, whatever the girls are calling her these days, I need her to let it go. Nobody supports that marriage. Heavenly is just, as a Scorpio, I'm always on here to give the Scorpio perspective. It's hard for us to be fake for an extended period of time. We all know you plotted on Greg's through the Instagram DM. So nobody supports it. Heavenly's only saying it. Same with Contessa. I was so happy for her to come back, but I need her to let the Yo Mama go. Because I also grew up on that Yo Mama show on MTV. Yeah. And so growing up, I threw a lot of Yo Mamas. I didn't know anybody's mama. I just was throwing it out when I didn't have anything else to say. Yep. So I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't know.
Okay.
And also the Birkin bag, it was kind of funny to me. Toya is like true and true a Detroit girl. That's where I'm from. I have so many aunties that act just like her.
Really?
So I thought the party, I mean, yes, like same age. They might have went to high school together. I don't know. She's a Detroit woman through and through. And so I thought the party was cute. I mean, it's nothing. The girls are giving us nothing else. So I'm glad she had a little party. The hors d'oeuvres, the decorations were cute. But yes, happy Martin Luther King Day, guys.
You too, Kai. Take care. Bye. We have a lot of people that are from Detroit that watch the channel. I don't know if the people in Detroit watch the channel, but I know we have quite a few people from Detroit that watch the channel. Speaking from Detroit, we got Miss Bernice backstage. We're going to bring her up next. Miss Bernice, what's going on? What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? The D is calling. The D is calling.
And you're in the D.
Yes.
Okay. Just saying. Okay. Well.
Okay. I will not take any Toya slander because she saved the episode.
Oh.
Because without her, this would have been a dud episode. And people, you fail to realize that Toya went through a bad miscarriage and depression a couple of seasons ago. So she's not going to play around when it comes to her getting pregnant. And I know that when she do, and if she ever get pregnant again, she's going to make sure that the baby is viable before she tell all them cackling heifers that she's pregnant. And I think that Sweet Tea is on a Titanic and she need to get off because those ladies going to never, and I mean every last one of them heifers, never going to give her the grace that she's giving them. So after this season, I wish nothing the best for her and little G. But they don't need to come back.
Wait.
Because they're not going to have a healthy, viable marriage if they come back to this show.
Okay. Oh wait, we got a lot of people from Detroit in the chat.
Yes.
Okay, Sonia says, I'm from Detroit. I watch from the D, and Kempire, you need to do a show here. Oh, okay.
I told you that.
Oh. All right, Miss Bernice. You going to come to the show, Miss Bernice?
Heck yeah.
Okay, noted. We got you on live saying it in front of thousands of people. All right. Thank you, Ms.
Whatever.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right. Sharice is backstage. We're going to bring Sharice up next. Sharice, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Happy MLK Day.
Are you hiding? Why are you whispering?
No, I'm just chilling. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay. Happy Aquarius season to all my fellow Aquarians.
Oh, it starts today, right?
Today.
Happy
birthday to all y'all.
Yes.
And Toya saved the episode, I gotta say, because Sweet Tea's event was dumb. And I did the math, and I'm just like, 23 years? That's me and my dad. Ew. Like, there's no way I could date anyone that's in my parents' peer group. Like, no. And so that was just weird to me. And then Toya's, it was campy, it was cheeky. It was just a moment to get all the ladies together and come to my house and eat some food. Like, take it for what it is. It was a laugh. But that's all I had to say.
Thank you, Sharice.
I'm still working on them coins, but I think I'm going to come see you Friday. So.
Oh, damn, Sharice.
We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put some things together.
Okay, well, stay tuned. Okay. All right, Sharice, thanks for calling in. Take care. Bye. All right. DM, thank you so much for calling in. What did you want to share in regards to Married to Medicine?
Hi, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay. So the Sweet Tea party made me uncomfortable. And she wants to always say, like, she doesn't she doesn't want to come off as a gold digger, and then made a announcement that this is real love. But it just seemed like she's giving advice to be a gold digger. It made me extremely uncomfortable to watch that speed dating episode. Now I have a different opinion on Toya's. It actually made me irritated. I actually turned it off for Toya's event. And I don't think it was the best place for Sweet Tea to go, because I don't know if they have a different conversation or anything. But as a woman that personally struggles with fertility and everything, and her presenting it like she's going to a baby shower just to review a bag, that really ticked me off. It ticked my husband off. He was in the same room. He was like, turn that crap off, because of the struggles we go through. And he's like, just for a bag? Yeah, so.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So it was, and I don't know if she told Sweet Tea, well, I'm not actually pregnant, I'm just playing a little kiki, because my friends would have to let me know beforehand, because I would not have a good time.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. You're right. Thank you, DM, for calling in.
All right, thank you.
Bye. All right. Live chat, we're almost at 500 likes. I'm going to drop the call-in link for our live chat. Hold on one second. Guys, let's get to 500 likes. Shout out to our King's Guards in the buildings and our channel members. We're going to bring up Hayad next. Hold on, Hayad. Hayad, what is going on?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
Oh, how are you?
Good. Do you guys have like a little snowstorm like us in Toronto, or?
We did yesterday.
Oh, okay. Because it is like minus 21 Celsius. I don't know what that is for Fahrenheit.
Cold.
But it's no bueno here. And I'm so happy I have a flight tomorrow to Mexico.
Oh.
I not want to be here.
Oh, damn. Okay.
and Kempire, I am a Capricorn. I hope to age like my mom, because she looks so dang young. I cannot believe it every time I look at her. So here's hoping.
Is she a Capricorn too?
Sorry?
Is she a Capricorn too?
No, she's Aquarius.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what the streets are saying about Aquarius, but she looks great. She looks great. About this episode, by the way, if you make a thing in Detroit, I'm definitely coming. I go to Detroit a lot.
What are you doing in Detroit? From Toronto.
Not bad. If you with the speed dating going on, you'll find out. But anyways,
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. We got a line. Hi. What did you want to share?
I just wanted to state that the best part of the episode to me was Toya-san. I thought he was hilarious. I thought everything else was and Sweet Tea's party made me feel all types of uncomfortable, because there's no way to spin it other than I like a man for this and he likes me for this. The only difference is that your worth can be found out. For a lot of men that are into those kind of situations and marriages, they tend to look for a newer model every once in a while. So just be prepared. That's it. That's all.
All right. Thank you.
And Toya's bag is ugly.
Is it? I mean,
I hate Birkins.
Oh.
I hate Birkins. And Birkins are meant to be worn out, like old school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Worn in leather. You're not supposed to treat it like so like dainty or whatever.
Okay.
And,
all right. Thanks for calling in.
thanks.
Right. I'm gonna get me a Workin. That's what I'm gonna get. I don't need any. Mind you, I got a couple of Louis Vuitton pieces, and I don't even use them that much. So I'm sort of like, But the good thing about that, when you buy something like that, you can sell it for probably the same amount of money I spent or a little bit more. Just saying. All right, moving on. Demi is backstage. Demi in the city. What's going on?
Hello.
Hi.
How are you? One thing I want to address. Whoever said Libra ages like milk must be a Cancer. There's no way. They're the only opposition. They are constantly the opposition for anything fun, beautiful, joyous. I said what I said. Moving on. I really am sad that Scott didn't really have much of a voice on this episode. I actually really like Scott. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've watched every episode consecutively on time, like everyone else, but I don't see what people are saying about Scott. Mm-hmm. Something could be wrong with me. I don't know, but I would have loved to kind of hear from him, especially when they met the new people. It kind of seemed like he was checked out, or maybe they edited it that way. I don't know. I definitely think that guy that matched with Phaedra was 100% hired by Phaedra. She doesn't talk to many people. She doesn't shoot scenes with many people. I truly believe that was a hired person that she knew. Because now we're going to see, oh, like, I know your ex-husband. Like, girl, of course. I hired you. You know my ex-husband. It's giving that.
He did say that.
Oh, yeah, it's given. She definitely hired him, especially if he comes on that trip with them. She hired him.
He does.
Oh, I believe she hired him. Please do the thing with them, tarot, as far as seeing which sign it is like milk, because I really believe it's Cancer. I said what I said. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, Jimmy. I didn't say it. I mean, I started it, but this is going to be an interesting conversation. I am going to send a text to Fem Tarot and ask her, what signs do you think age like milk? All right. Winter's back. Shannon, we spoke to you, right, Shannon? Shannon, you muted? I spoke to you, right? Or did I? Shannon, I can't. Uh-oh, you're muted.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I didn't check out. Bye.
Oh, no problem. I just wanted to make sure I didn't skip you. All right. Yes. Thanks. All right. So we have Winter backstage. Let's bring Winter up next. Winter, what's going on?
Hey. Okay, so what stood out to me is when they went to Jackie's house and Quad hugged Dr. Heavenly, they seemed like, like they actually love each other. And you didn't notice the hug with her and Dr. Jackie. It was like a side hug, like, yeah, girl, I still don't like you. So I'm just like, I wonder how long we're going to fake the funk with Quad, because we know that she's just co-working.
Yeah.
And we know she just doesn't want to lose her job. So I'm just like, when is it, like, 2 more seasons where she's going to be back on Sister Circle? Like, what's going on? Like,
Sister Circle's canceled.
I'm just not buying it. And I'm just like, these people don't like each other. So stop it, Quad. And then, like, with Toya and her party, it was corny. Oh, that's my daughter, sorry. It was corny, but it was just, like, the most part that I liked. I like seeing her with her kids. Like, she's an Aries, so I'm like, I could see her parenting style. I'm like, my daughter's only 2, but I feel like I would have that same type of parenting style, like, really open and just the banter and the way they have, like, run their household. I was like, I kind of like that. Oh, and by the way, Toya is Karen in the future. So let's just keep that in mind. Yeah, she's Karen in the future. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope not.
All right, talk to you later.
Thanks, Winter. Bye. We talked about Aries and their parenting before. It seems to be consistent because a lot of you have shared that. I can definitely see that. I know a lot of Aries women. I can definitely see an Aries woman and how they raise their children. It's very, I would say it's very liberal. Like, I'm not surprised that Ashton speaks up the way that he does. All right. We have Jasmine backstage. We're going to bring Jasmine up next. Jasmine, what did you want to share?
Hey, Kempire. Happy MLK Day.
You too.
I just wanted to say, first of all, I think I said this about Real Housewives of Potomac too. I just feel like this is just stalled out. I just feel, I don't know, I'm not going to say a reboot's needed, but I just want the producers to work harder.
Ooh.
They just get very lazy because all we're getting is arguments, fake storylines, and people not revealing anything about themselves. And it's just like, it's stale because there's nothing to talk about, in my opinion. And if Toya wanted to I feel like Toya has other things going on. I don't know what happened to that wine thing she was doing. I was wondering that the whole time. I'm like, where's Toya's wine thing?
What about Toya's house that she's building? What about the house she was building?
Exactly. What about the relationship? Can we get an update on the relationship drama that you was crying about last season? Like, there's no story. Like, the producers aren't producing stories for us. They're just throwing things at the wall and just, like, wanting it to stick. And I'm sorry, Toya's party could have been an email or just a get-together in the backyard. She didn't have to do all that drama. Like, it really wasn't needed. Yeah. And that's all I have to say.
Thanks, Jasmine. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. All right, we're going to bring Kari up next. Kari, what did you want to share about Married to Medicine?
First, I want to say, Winter, can you tell your sister Snowstorm to get out of Michigan? Because I'm tired of her. I want to be able to drive out of my driveway. It's crazy out here in Michigan. Oh, yeah. It's snow everywhere. And speaking of Michigan, I second everyone else. I think you need to come out here to Detroit. I'll get a babysitter. I'll come and watch you. Like, do it. Come on. We're dedicated.
I didn't realize how many of y'all in Detroit. All right. Okay.
Well, I'm not in Detroit. Yeah. I'm just in Michigan.
Okay. And Michigan's huge.
It is. But onto the episode. I actually did like Toya's party because I'm tired of everything else. Nobody want to see Sweet Tea match up younger women with predatory men. I'm tired of seeing them gaslight her because, be for real, if somebody called your husband what Heavenly called her husband, you wouldn't be so quick to forgive them. It's like along the same thing with what Phaedra did with Candy. You're giving someone a false accusation, or at least I hope it's false. You're giving someone a false accusation of something that's heinous, and all you're saying is, oh, my bad. You made me mad. Girl, please, stop talking to me. So this little party, I loved it. Toya is the best kind of attention seeker. Invite me over to your house. Give me some free booze. Give me some food. Give me a little laughs. Let me laugh at you. Let me make fun of you because you want my attention so bad. Be my jester. I love that.
Not my jester.
She was a little clown. You just can't do nothing but laugh at her because she's so ridiculous and frivolous. Like, that's what I want. Give me some lightheartedness. It was good for reality TV.
Okay. All right, Kari. Thank you for calling in.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, Bernice is backstage. You're going to bring her up next. The other Bernice, I'll say. The New York City Bernice. What's going on, Bernice?
Hey, sorry about earlier. I didn't know that my Bluetooth was so messed up. Anyway,
the headset?
Yeah, I had the headset on. So now I took it off.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say, again, I stopped watching Married to Medicine because it seemed so toxic. But again, last night I was bored. So I took a look at it. And I wanted to say, Simone, how are you going to bring Heavenly to that girl's event, knowing that you barely like Heavenly and you're going to bring her? She was definitely gaslighting Sweet Tea. That was not cool.
Yeah.
Second, I agree. I don't think Scott is as bad as everybody say. I just think Contessa could be overbearing and annoying to some aspect. Not saying he's perfect. I'm sure that he has issues. They both have issues, but she just gives that vibe. She's annoying and overbearing and wants everything her way.
Okay.
And then Toya, she needs therapy. Like, you got so many financial issues and all you worrying about is impressing people. Oh, I got this bag. Look, even her son was looking at her like, really? Like, what's wrong with you, Mom? So this is why I don't like watching these shows anymore. So it's just too much craziness going on. Yeah. It's not real life.
Yeah. Thank you, Bernice.
Well, I hope it's not, because they crazy.
Thank you, Bernice, for calling in.
Okay. Bye.
Amy's celebrating 30 months of being a member here on the channel. Thank you so much for being a member. Become a member today, guys, at TheKempire.com/join. And don't forget to subscribe to the Kempire podcast, where you can hear my interview exclusively right now with Chanel Ion, who's currently one of the stars of The Traitor Season 3. All right. We also had a super chat. Libra gives life. Thank you so much, Libra, for the super chat. Usually watch from the shadows. Had to subscribe immediately just to rep my Libras, who are linked to Venus, known for love, balance, and most of all, beauty. Okay, so is what you call it, Tauruses. Long-lasting, enduring, never-ending beauty. Okay, Libra. Libra came a member and everything. They're like, you're not going to be dragging Libras. My sister's a Libra. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell her age either. All right. Matea is backstage. We're going to bring Matea up next. Matea, what did you want to share about Married to Medicine?
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
All right. First, I'm not here for the Gemini slander. And like I said on the Salt Lake City live, we Geminis don't claim Brittany, don't put that on us. And I know Aries age well. My best friend was born in 81 and she looks my age and I'm 26.
Wow.
And I like Sweet Tea, but it's a big no for me for the dating thing, because if the prize is to get a Gregory, then I'll happily stay single. Thank you very much. And I've had conversations with her through Instagram, and she's nice and all that, but it's not, no. She's more likable off the show than on. And I'm tired of seeing Jackie's failed events, from the 50 Shades of Pink to Fitney to this messy Med Gala. It's giving cover up for bad behavior, and her and Karen can go all the way over there with their mess, because I'm tired of seeing them on my screen. I'm not here for the generic grannies on my screen, not actually being able to be accountable for any of their behavior, and they just want to cover it up with other drama. Like, you're too grown to not be accountable for what you've said and trying to cover it up with these quote unquote charity things. It's just giving cover up. And that's all I got to say. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Matea. All right. Wow. I mean, the correlation between Karen and Dr. Jackie not taking accountability, I was like, I never thought about that. That's why I like when you guys call in. Arjan's backstage. We're going to bring Arjan up next. Arjan, what did you want to share?
Okay, you know how you said Phaedra posted receipts on Instagram, or where did she post? Instagram?
I think Instagram, her Instagram story.
Oh, but you know what I realized? I fear that she's not going to show up to the reunion now.
Why? Oh, because she brought receipts.
Yeah, I think, like, you know, she's been on Housewives. She knows, like, those receipts are meant to come out at the reunion to create the moment. And the fact that she's clearing up now, it looked to me, I fear that she's not going to show up at the reunion. If you think about it, like, why would she show it now and not at the reunion? She's been on Housewives for many years. She knows how to create moments at the reunion.
Yeah.
So I was about to say that. And I can't wait to watch the episode because I think the Birkin thing is really good.
Oh.
I'm going to watch it for that.
Oh. Okay, well, you can fast forward to the end.
No, because you know, remember, Garcelle on Beverly Hills, they also had like a Birkin thing going on when Garcelle joined.
It was like a sale. They were doing like a sale, and she bought her first Birkin.
I think in this reality world, they make it a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's why. But okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Thanks, Arson. Bye. That's like perfect timing. All right, Kimberly's backstage. We're gonna bring Kimberly up next. Kimberly, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kimberly from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey.
Good Taurus over here. A whole 3 degrees today. I hope you guys are warm where you are. I guess the snow is coming.
Not coming. Don't be threatening us with a good time.
It's
21 degrees
snow.
here.
Snow sounds good right now. It's so cold here. It's too cold for snow. Anyway, y'all, I'm glad I made the live. Y'all talk about, do you want to talk about Sweet Tea being on DJ Richie Sky's show today?
No.
Okay, I didn't want to I'm at work. I'm in between clients, y'all. But anyways, Anyways, I just wanted, I saw her, and you know what? I don't like her typically, but maybe it's just got like DJ Richie Sky so much, but I liked her with him on his podcast today.
Yeah.
And I liked her. And I was just like, wow, maybe she's just weird on that show or editing or what. But I was surprised because I'm usually not a fan. But anyways, sorry, I don't know if it's bad to promote somebody else's podcast.
DJ Richie's been on the channel before. We're cool.
I know. And I mentioned it, bring him back. That's how I found you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I was on Richie's channel, and then he did it with you, and I stayed, and a member too. Look at that. Okay,
Thank
sorry,
you.
moving on. So I like that. But one thing I want to say, I liked her for that. But I guess I want to say too, is there anything else really that I really need to say besides that? But I'm in Milwaukee, as I mentioned, but I will go to Detroit. It's not that far away. So, and I got family there. So I will be on a D train too, but represent MKE. Bye-bye, y'all.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Kimberly, wait. What was it about Sweet Tea that made you go like, oh, I like her?
She seemed really genuine and authentic and just herself. He asked a question and she answered it without any thought, and it wasn't fake and phony. It wasn't rehearsed. It was how she felt, better or worse. He asked her one, I won't say the swear words, but she swore. For instance, he said, like, so what do you think about this show or what's going on with these women? And he was like, she said, I can't stand these, you know what? But she said it with a smile, and it wasn't mean. She didn't sound mean. She sounded authentic, and it wasn't mean. And I was surprised because I just genuine, authentic, young herself. I'm not down with the old age, young people, whatever. That ain't none of my business. Not a big fan of her on the show, but I like real people being authentic. And that's what hey, I didn't like that party or anything, but I like that part.
Okay. All right, Kimberly. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye. All right, let's get to the rest of our callers, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy and it's free. We're talking about the latest episode of Married to Medicine, but if you're part of the replay crew, happy MLK Day, and let us know where you're watching from, what the temperature is, because apparently it's cold across the country, and let us know there goes Tana. Oh, look, Tana, formerly of Love Match Atlanta, Tana said, love the suit, Tana. Tana said, Sweet Tea is really sweet in real life. Aww. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, I'm playing. Tana, we need your help. We want to plan a speed dating event. Kempire speed dating event where people actually get together. Anyways, all right. Jess, we're going to bring you up next. Jess, what did you want to share?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that if you notice with Phaedra, last season when they had a trailer just for her, she was positioned to be the HPST of the group. So when she came on last season and she didn't give anything, and she also lied to the producers about having a doctor boyfriend and like having him on the show and everything like that, I feel like it put people in a position where they really disliked her for the show. And so I think that right now, in what's happening is that they're trying to get her to work, but it's coming off as like bullying in a sense. And I think that they messed up by putting her there. Because if you notice, one thing with Potomac and one thing with this right now is that they keep on having all these speed dating, all these date auctions and all this. This is actually the third time she's had a date auction because they did it last season. And it's because they're trying to basically force her to have a doctor man or a doctor boyfriend to legitimize her on the show. But I think that in turn, it really messed up the show and it ruined things because now we've had at least 3 episodes where we're putting Phaedra with the man. And I think it's so inauthentic. And we are going to, and I think that Dr. Heavenly did say that at the Whitnick, that Phaedra, she basically was like, oh my goodness, I have to bring a man now. I have to bring a man. At when Quad had a man. Yeah. And so I think that it's just weird, honestly.
I mean, it was weird bringing her on the show when she really had no connection to the women and no connection to medicine.
Yes, and it makes me remember when you said that I don't want Phaedra coming in stinking up the place, and basically that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Thanks, Jess, for calling in.
Thank you.
Bye. I forget. Sometimes I say stuff on here, and you guys have a better memory than I do. And as soon as she said it, I was like, oh, I did say that. And she did stink up the place. All right, but she's going. She won't be back next season. Hopefully, we'll get back to doing what we need to do on the show. Sap, I'm bringing you up next. Sap, what's going on?
Hey, I just want to piggyback off of the caller who mentioned something about Phaedra's date being a paid actor. Now, I don't know if y'all watch Fucking Aniva, but months ago he said that whoever that Phaedra bought on a girls trip, she was tongue kissing the man, and it was messed up because the fact being that the man was somebody that Apollo once knew, and that her children referred to him as uncle. So if you look at the trailer on the girls trip, that is the same man that was on the speed dating episode. So looks like we shall see what's, to come of this situation because
didn't the man say that he knew Apollo?
Yes. So it's definitely giving scheme for sure.
Oh, okay, Sap.
That's all I wanted to add. Happy Martin Luther King Day to everybody watching and listening.
You too. Thank you so much. I didn't know. But here's the thing. Like, why are we shocked when it comes to Phaedra being inauthentic and Phaedra? Why are we shocked? And the producers, I blame them. We didn't want her on this show. We don't even want her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know I don't speak for the majority, but she's not going to be real. She's not going to be authentic. Why is she here? All right. Let me bring up Andrea. Andrea, what did you want to share?
Hi, Kempire. Happy MLK Day.
You too.
I wanted to share because, currently I am literally looking at Peacock right now and watching the extended version, the unedited version of Married to Medicine. Only thing I have to say about it is this. I'm tired of the narrative that I'm a Heavenly fan. I'm Team Heavenly all day.
Team Daddy.
But this made me so upset that everywhere that Heavenly went, everybody, including Simone mainly, made excuses for Heavenly's behavior. I don't care that she apologized. I don't care that Dr. Damon apologized. I just need for Heavenly to, if you're going to sit there in this girl's event and apologize, don't go off. Like, I want her to be genuine. I want her to be seen as like a genuine person. And I'm tired of her doing this whole, oh, I apologize, but be something. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Dr. Jackie making excuses. I've seen the preview for next week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm just tired of it. Like, I love Heavenly, but I did see the Sweet Tea interview with Richie Sky, and it made me really look at Sweet Tea in a different way. And I like her.
Okay.
I like the young lady.
All right.
You know, I'm 41, so I like her. So I just need Heavenly to do better. That's it.
Okay. All right, Andrea, thank you so much for calling in. Here's the thing. I think what people are, I mean, there are people that felt this way about Dr. Heavenly since the beginning. But I think more and more people are starting to see like, okay, Heavenly, you're not taking any accountability. You're a grown woman. And it doesn't feel like you have learned anything. It doesn't feel like you're evolving. It doesn't feel like you're maturing. And you're just really playing up this sort of persona for the fans because this behavior is continuously rewarded. And I've told you that's the problem with reality television. All right. Leslie's backstage. We're going to bring Leslie up next. Leslie, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How are you? And to your chat, Kemp, I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
But I was going to say, I don't know if you guys remember, right before they went to that trip to that Pet farm or wherever they went, to the horse where they were fighting.
Yeah.
And what's her name? Dr. Contessa was talking about how she was going to give us something different on this trip because they're always, so stuffy and bougie. And I had to rewind that 10 times because they're very ghetto. And when I think about a show Married to Medicine, if it was people of a different race, they wouldn't be fighting on there and doctors wouldn't be fighting because that's their brand. And I'm just not understanding how, and that's why Dr. Jackie acts the way she does, because she doesn't want to, lose patients or people look at her a different way. But the way they behave on there is unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable as doctors. I'm not saying that they shouldn't bring their authentic selves, but sometimes they could wind it down because that's their brand. And that's all I wanted to say. And I'm very upset, you guys, that they had the inauguration in the Capital One Arena because the Wizards will never win a game again after having that. So that's it. Stop yawning when I'm talking.
I wasn't yawning. I had my mouth open.
Oh. And did you imagine
I don't know what inauguration you're talking about. It's MLK Day. That's the only thing we're addressing today.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just sorry that they did that to the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They will never win again.
All right.
But I love you guys so much. You guys are really kind. And I won't be able to come on Friday, but my daughter is coming. I broke my ankle and my fibula and my tibia.
Oh, no.
Yes.
I hope you feel better.
I am. They gave me medication.
Oh, Leslie, have a good night. Bye.
But I love you guys. You're so sweet. Thank you.
Bye. All right. I hope Leslie feels better. That's awful. But if you are in Washington, D.C. and want to come to the Kempire After Dark, a live experience, there are some tickets left and some meet and greet tickets left. More information on that will be available in the description. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in a super chat, a like. For those that shared, we appreciate you guys. And, of course, shout out to those of you watching on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. And thank you to our King's Guards for holding us down in the live chat and in the comment section. Replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts and your rating of this week's episode of Married to Medicine. And as I mentioned before, the Kempire After Dark live experience is coming to Washington, D.C. this Friday and then back to New York next month. Go get your tickets today. There's a live stream option available as well.
Thanks for tuning in to Kempire here on the Kempire Radio podcast. As always, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And for everything Kempire Radio, head on over to KempireRadio.com.